That's one example about academic excellence. Moving on, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about the area of respect. A new program that we put in a year ago was a social behaviors program in the elementary school. From my years in Denver, I can tell you that this is a town that's always done a lot in the schools to promote socially responsible behavior, respectful behavior, good citizenship, patriotism. However, the district never had a coordinated program that was operating in all 5 elementary schools. So 2 years ago, we identified the responsive classroom as the appropriate social behaviors curriculum that we would put into the 5 elementary schools. We've trained our staff, we have the program up and running. If you enter the Avery School, you'll see a morning meeting, and if you go across town to Riverdale School, you'll see the same morning meeting taking place. So we have everybody on the same page at our elementary level, which is really nice to see, because if you start them young, even at the early education center, we have this program going. The children are used to the same vocabulary, the same standards, the same routines as they advance up through the grades. We did not leave out the middle school. Our middle school has had an advisory program for about 20 years. What we looked at and researched was a program appropriate for middle school that would be the continuation of the responsive classroom. So we put in a program called Developmental Design, which is a program for grades 6, 7, and 8. Same type of thing, but age appropriate, so the concepts might be on what makes good character, what is social responsibility, how do you deal with conflict, how do you set goals. Those are the kinds of topics that are covered in advisory. Advisory is a program where we have one teacher assigned to 10 students. They meet at a regularly scheduled time every other week on a topic, on an advisory topic. And we have everybody on the same topic discussing it with guided questions as well. And then on to the high school, and I'm proud of the new administration at the high school. We appointed Jake Samaria. Many of you may know him from over the years of his work in Dedham. He is the new principal of Dedham High School, and he has 2 assistant principals. And they, for the first time, have introduced an advisory program at the high school. This was important because when our high school was evaluated, one of the recommendations was that there should be an advisory program in the high school. It's important to have opportunities for students to build relationships with adults and to keep them on a topic that is character development. So in our high school curriculum, we have topics that are appropriate and meaningful to high school students. It's scheduled so that time stops. The students go to their advisory and they spend approximately a half hour within the course of the high school cycle with advisory, and we're really pleased that I credit this administration at the high school for getting that up and running successfully. The students find it interesting because it is just a continuation of what they did in the middle school. So they were used to it in middle school, and now that it's in the high school, it's just a more grown-up version of going to one adult, one teacher to 10 students, focus on a topic, and there's a sharing, and it's a guided curriculum. So again, it's trying to help them identify what their values are and their belief systems are, and to be socially positive contributors to society. So that's how we took respect, one example, and molded that into our curriculum as we move the district forward. An area that I would encourage you to do is to come and visit. You can visit any of our schools. I particularly mention the high school because I notice every day how our high school is welcoming students who have very diverse backgrounds. We are seeing at Dedham High School students entering in grades 9, 10, or 11 who have not come up through the district. They are joining us from other cities and towns. Their educational experiences are, in many cases, very different from what the typical average Dedham student would have had. So this presents a new challenge to the district. We have students who are not going to be college ready if they're entering high school and have not had the same preparation that a Dedham student would have. And it's very difficult if you're coming in grade 11 to catch those students up and have them be ready. And that going on to college or even a 2-year program may not be in their game plan at the present time. So our challenge is to really look at these individuals and figure out, using the resources we have, how can we better address the needs of students that are joining us. So we're looking at career pathways. We have great resources in technology, very talented staff. We're asking them to come up with new courses that might prepare a career pathway for appropriate students at Dedham High School so they may graduate with a certificate in technology that would move them right into the job market. Another area we're looking at is food service. We think that we most likely have an interested population who could go right out into the workforce, into the restaurant business, but we really need to train and prepare them to get those jobs. So we're hoping to be able to pilot a program where we bring in a food service curriculum for identified students that have a very serious intention to pursue the food business. Those are just a couple of challenges we face because our population is changing. It is not the Dedham High School of 25 years ago. Much more diversity, increasing number of students who are coming from Spanish-speaking homes, as well as a smattering of Arabic, Greek, Haitian is increasing in numbers. We don't have a large population of one language, but we do have a significant population of multi-languages. And just as an aside, when you hear school districts talk about state mandates, one of the mandates that the state puts on Dedham is to translate our documents. Anything that we would send home, any parental letter on notice, should be translated into our 3 top languages. And that's a mandate. There's no money with that mandate. Nevertheless, the district is compelled to follow what the state is telling us to do. So we have made incredible progress translating into Spanish, French, and Arabic. And I'm not just mentioning this because Mrs. Sullivan is here, but Demetria Sullivan is the president of the Dedham Education Partnership, and they partnered with the school district and funded the translation efforts for us. So this is translation is very expensive, and it can be unwieldy. So we asked our high school foreign language teachers to work with the DEP. Our teachers do the translation, and then they get reimbursed for their extra time translating through the Dedham Education Partnership. So we have done numerous documents, including right now this year's initiative was on the elementary report cards in 3 languages and the progress reports. So you can just imagine if we have to translate every letter that a principal sends out, that's a lot of translating. So we're not quite there yet, but we are doing all of our important documents.